everyone, it's Joy here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Today's video is part of my Handmade Christmas with Joy series. So I am going to create the super cute gingerbread house treat packaging. I have just recently had a video for some cookie packaging, and this is something I definitely want to add to my channel because I like to bake and cook. So I am starting with a brown paper bag. I am creating the top portion of the house. I'm just measuring. I don't really have measurements because I just was kind of eyeballing it, but I wanted it to be tall enough that it could hold a good amount of cookies. This bag ends up holding a lot of cookies. And then we have this cute little shape. Also in this video, I'm going to be sharing some brand new, just released today products from scrapbook.com. It's some really cute gingerbread themed products which go perfectly with this video, and I am excited to share that with you. So I am taking a pencil right now, as you can see, and I'm sure you cannot see the marks, but you will in a little bit. I'm creating the front of a gingerbread house. I'm just tracing some things out, and I'm going to be using a white fine tip paint pen to create this gingerbread house look. Then we're going to add some other gingerbread details to the front of this. So I like using paper bags, and when my kids were little, we did a lot of projects with paper bags. I still have these. I couldn't believe when I went to go look for them in the cabinet where they sit that they were still in there. I've had these for a really long time, and this is a fun, easy way to create a project. This is definitely fantastic for your neighbor gifts. This is what I like to do at Christmas time. I like to bake, give stuff to the neighbors. We don't have a large street, so creating stuff like this is not really a big deal. If you don't have neighbors, or you maybe don't like your neighbors or don't want to give your neighbors treats, this is good for family and friends as well. So now that I have everything traced out for the most part, I will add some more details. I'm going to start just kind of following my lines with my white fine tip paint pen. So you'll see me on a scratch piece of paper. When I notice that the paint's not coming out as good, I just kind of tap it off onto a piece of scratch paper just to really get the paint flowing, but you want to be careful. And I have a couple dots on here that don't, they're a little thick, but it's not the end of the world. And then some of these areas I had to go over again kind of once it was dry. So we have our basic house here. I'm going to start adding some of the fun details that you would on a gingerbread house with frosting or candy or whatever. This is just going to be brown and white. And then I'm going to add some very small red details here in just a little while. But this is super simple to do. I think this is a fun project to do with kids, that they could draw their own gingerbread house if you just kind of already cut the shape, and then they could just kind of do their details. I think this would be a really cute project for them too. But this is for packaging up treats. I have some yummy cookies that I'll share with you in a little bit that I'm going to put inside of this. So I'm just kind of deciding what I want to do where. I do a lot of dots because it's simple and I can't mess it up. But it's starting to come together like a really cute little gingerbread house. I think it's super darling. That's where I have a big dot right there because I didn't make sure that all the paint was like, the blob of paint wasn't, tapped off, which I should have done. So we have the two windows, we have the door, and there's spaces on the side that I'm leaving open for these fun gingerbread products from scrapbook.com. This is part of their Black Friday sales that they've got going on. So you have this cute stamp set, you have the dies, and the patterned paper. So you have the gingerbread patterned collection, the sweet Christmas, I think that's the stamp set, and then the gingerbread cookie die. So I'm going to use the trees and the little gingerbread boy. I have die cut the trees and the gingerbread boy. I'm gonna have 2 trees. So I've die cut 6 trees total from Kraft cardstock. It's actually, Kraft cardstock, sorry. And then it's called, I think it's called Brown Bag or something like that from Cardstock Warehouse. And then 3 of those from the, oh my gosh, the little gingerbread boy. Sorry, my brain just kind of went slow for a second. Then from this white glitter cardstock, I am die cutting the frosting pieces for the tree and for the little gingerbread man. I like it to be a little glittery, but you could just get away with using white. That would be totally fine too. Yes, the cardstock is called Brown Box, you guys. And then diamond white diamond glitter cardstock, and then I'm going to be using wild cherry cardstock. So I have die cut multiple from the Kraft cardstock because I want these images to be thick like a cookie. And I think that, so when you do that with multiple pieces, you're going to get a nice thick nice thick image, excuse me. Now I want to make my cookies look like they have been browned in the oven. So I'm using Simon Says Stamp Cappuccino ink and a small blender brush just to go around the edges. I'm just doing the top layer, not the layers that I'm going to adhere underneath. So adding just the tiniest bit of ink blending, a little shading on the outside, but now it looks like they've been in the oven and they are nice and toasty. I'm going to wipe up my area here, and then we can start gluing these guys together. I'm going to use some liquid glue. This holds nicely. This is Barely Art liquid glue, and this is going to give a nice hold on all of our images. But I think this is a great tree. I love the shape of this tree. I'm definitely going to have to use these products for a card or some tags or something else because I just think they are way too darling. I already had in mind that I was going to be making this gingerbread house, and I had already baked the cookies, and then I got a message from scrapbook.com saying that they were going to send me this stuff, and so I'm like, this is so perfect. So, and the timing was great, so I was able to get everything done, and these are just so darling. Okay, let's glue our last little piece on here, and then we have to put our little gingerbread man together and our cookies together. So remember, we die cut from the glitter cardstock, the little frosting, the little icing pieces. So I'm using my reverse tweezers, adding just the tiniest bits of glue because this is a very thin little frame. But as soon as you put this on here, it totally is so cute as a Christmas tree gingerbread cookie. I think it is darling. Let's do it for the second cookie. And then we can adhere this. And then we have the little frosting pieces, the face, the little hat, which is a little pop of red that we're going to put on our little gingerbread guy. Okay, so let's add his hat. You have the little ball to the hat, then you have the little fluffy brim. I'm going to do his face first. I just literally drew it in glue and then added the pieces there. He's got a cute little mouth, 2 eyes. We're going to adhere his little hat on, his little cute little Santa hat. It goes on super simple. And then you've got your little leg pieces, which are slightly bigger than your arm pieces. So just know that if you end up getting this and you need to put it together. And then let's do his little arms. That's when I realized, oh, those aren't the right size. But look at how he is coming together. And then he does have some little buttons too, which I almost forgot because they are so tiny on my work surface. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I have these. I need to turn these or put these on. So let's get that last one on. And then we can adhere this to the front of our little gingerbread house, which is going to be so, so darling. I do want to add a little wooden heart. These were from Honeybee Stamps. They don't sell them anymore. I am trying to kind of use up some of my stuff in my stash. But it's a cute little wooden heart, but you could also put a cute like little red clay heart up there, and that would be just as darling and add that little red pop. I'm using liquid glue to adhere these to the front of our little bag, but then you can see our little scene is coming together. Now I did have a doorknob on the door, but he's going to cover it up, so it kind of just looks like he's standing in the door, which is totally fine with me. Then this super cute gingerbread patterned paper. There's so much cute paper in here, you guys. I took one piece out that to me kind of fits our design. I have die cut it from Lawn Fawn's Say What gift tags, and then I'm going to use the stamp set here. And it's the stamp set, oh, I can't now remember. I'm going to have to wait for it to be stamped because I can't remember what it says. It's like Have a Sweet Christmas or something like that. But I'm going to ink that up in red with red because then that's going to pop. So yeah, have a sweet Christmas is what it says, which is perfect for giving sweet little treats. Then I have a hole punch. I'm going to punch 2 holes because I want something to tie the top closed. So we're going to use some red and white like baker's twine, but I need to have a spot to put it in. So I want to put my cookies in first. So here's what it looks like when it's open. These cookies are a gingerbread cookie with an orange glaze on top. And let me tell you, they are so delicious. They're so chewy. And you get the orange at the beginning, and then the end is you get the, it kind of tastes like honey, but it's the molasses. And I'm not a molasses fan, but it's so delicious. Now this bag, it fit 9 cookies. And these are like about 3-inch cookies. So it can fit a lot of cookies. Now I'm going to start from the back of the bag. I'm going to insert my twine from the back hole into the front hole. Then I'm going to cut the piece and do it again from the back because we want to tie it in the front. I want to have the tag hanging off and have a cute little bow. So I'm going to adhere the tag on. I'm going to gently pull it closed just till it almost suctions closed in a way. And then I'm going to make a bow, and I don't make pretty bows at all. So I'm going to mess with that for a second to get the right size. And then of course you can trim the excess twine, you know, hanging down. You don't want it too long. And then we can take a look at this here. Look at how cute that is. I love that little tag, that fun pop of red. The ribbon is cute. I love that cute little gingerbread man and the trees. That pattern paper is cute. That stamp set is perfect. Have a sweet Christmas. I love that. It couldn't be any more perfect for this project. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that it inspires you to create some fun little packaging for maybe your neighbor gifts or family and friends. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, a wonderful Christmas, and a wonderful day. Bye.